Hey, it's Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. Come on in and say hi. I'm so glad to be here with you today. We are going to look at the March Joyful Crafting Club box. I'm going to show you what we crafted together yesterday. We had our monthly paint party and we hung out, chatted, painted. I did some teaching and we just had a lot of fun. And so I wanted to show you the box, show you what we did, and oh, hold on. Here we go. Okay. Show you what we did, and then we are going to make something out of the box together. It's actually the I'm opening up my giveaway tool. We're gonna make the I had a little sign in there this month that was a gift to them because this month is the birthday of the Joyful Crafting Club. So it's super exciting, super fun. And I'm just super, super excited to share it all with you. So if you're watching, make sure you say hi and let me know you're here. Hi, Verdana. So if you haven't heard or know what the Joyful Crafting Club is, it is a DIY home decor group. And each month there's a handpicked curated box. I put it together. It contains wood cutouts, embellishments, printables, and then we craft it together as a community, and then we share them in the group. And it's really just a lot of fun, and it's a neat way to take what you craft and display it right away, because I show you how to display it. So hi guys, and so this is, I'm going to add this to my I'm going to add this to the stage. There we go. Let's try this. No, let's not try that. Let's get it right. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so here is our Joyful Crafting Club box. So I'm going to show you what's in the box. I'm going to show you a little like thing I put together to give you like a better idea of what goes on in the group, because I think sometimes inside of a group it's kind of hard to like what goes on, what do people say, and then we're gonna look at what we painted together, and then we'll craft. So let's open the box. So the box, brown craft box, every month we've got a little sticker inside with a QR code that'll take you to the project pack, which I'm actually going to show you what's in the project pack. I see a lot of JCC ladies in the comments. And then this is the box. And so let me show you. Let's start at this. This is kind of what we call our main tray. So all of your signs are shrink wrapped in here, and this is the main tray with the stands. So in here, believe it or not, we have 6 mini signs in this box. It's so fun. And then we also have a deluxe option, which they get 1 extra sign. And so this was our deluxe option this month. So if they're in the deluxe option, they get this, and they get 1 more sign. They don't know what it is. It's just 1 more sign. And then this is our interchangeable bead garland kit, which I'll show you in a little bit. Mine over here so you can understand it. But basically it's a bead garland with a tassel at the end. And then every month we have a new piece that goes on the end so that they can change it out. And then you don't have to paint the beads every month. It is a lot of fun. And every month they get printables. So this, let me show you what. And they come inside of here. I've got them printed out here. I'll show you. And then there's also, if you can see, a box label. So what they can do is when they're all done, Sharon says she didn't get any beads. Sharon, you only get them the first time. You have a bead garland kit from like October. The beads were, if you're a newcomer, if it's your first month, you get the beads. And then we got a second set a couple months ago. So, but you don't get beads every month anymore. We changed that back in October. Yeah, you have beads from before. If you don't have any beads ever, that's a whole nother thing, and just shoot me an email. Okay. But this is a box label, and it goes on the end so they can put their signs back in the box. What are they doing upstairs? Do you guys hear that? But they can put their signs in the box when they're done, and then they store them there. It's a 1x4 label, and it just goes right on the end. And then you can put it on your shelf in a tote. I have all of mine stacked on a shelf over here so you can find them easily. It tells you exactly what's in, and then you can pull it out. And then to mark our 1 year birthday, everyone got this bonus. It's a forever frame. It's a different version. I have another forever frame, and I'll show you how this works. But basically, it's interchangeable. So you can pop this middle part in and out, and it is a lot of fun. So let me say hi. So let's say, and then we'll, so Verdana's here, Jennifer from Canvas Sign Designs, Kim, Sharon, Margarita. Hi, Margarita. She's new. She found us through Jingle and Mingle. Welcome. Hi, Amelia. Amelia says she loved crafting this box. Hey, girl. Thank you. You're watching from Pennsylvania. Kim says she loves this group, and we love Kim. She's awesome. Colleen, there are videos that show how to put the signs together. If you go in the tutorials, they're there. Colleen says she loves the group, and Jennifer says having the group, having the labels is so nice. I know, isn't it? The labels are great. It's actually something the ladies asked for. So let me show you guys kind of what the box is. Let me show you just a little bit more information about the box. Just so you, if you're watching and you're like, I don't really know what this is, you can kind of get your head around what it is. I'm going to share the screen. Let's see if this works. Okay, so let me see what you guys see. Yeah, so you guys can see that. Fabulous. Ignore my screen over there. But this is the Birds and Blooms box. And here is a picture of what I painted. It isn't exactly what the ladies painted, but I taught them a new method this month. They love to learn new methods. So we learned a new distressing technique. We have our mini garland here that hangs around the front. This is our interchangeable bead garland. And then we have, this is actually an interchangeable sign too. And then this was our deluxe sign. It's really cute. These were our printables from this month, and there were 2 in the box. So we had this one, little cottage with a bird on top and little flowers to go with our birds and blooms. And then we have a little bluebird building a nest in this printable, and it's round. And then this one's inside the project pack. These 3 little birds in a nest. I think they're so cute. I'll show you the project pack in just a minute. So I'm going to show you a couple pictures from people in the group. These are just 2 examples of people who've already finished them. They like get A+ and gold stars because they're like finished and showing it off already. But see how pretty this looks on a tray? They've got these bright colors from the tulips. They've got their birds, and this is just gorgeous. And these are just an example of 2 members that have shared their trays already. And I want to show you how quickly, like March isn't even over, and they're already enjoying this beautiful home decor in their home and knowing that they created it. So here's some things that people said this month about the box. Brenda's got her box. She loves it. Amy, you did it again, kind of blushing. This one says, I got my box today. I love the celebration extra. This box might be my favorite. Linda said that her box came while she was out of town and it was a happy surprise to come home to, and she absolutely loved it. You knocked it out of the park again. So I kind of blushing. I love the ladies, and I love that they love what we do in here. And she says she just picked up her March kit from the post office. She loves it. I'm always awesome with the kits that I make for them. I love putting the kits together. And Christina said she got her box and she loves it so much. And thank you for the anniversary gift. So just a little special extra that I gave them this month to celebrate our 1 year birthday. It's something I know they're going to love because they love the other forever frame. So yeah, Sarah says, this is more like family. It is. We have a great community of women. We really do. So I'm going to show you now the project pack, just to get your head around what is she talking about project pack. So let me show you that. If you have a question about it, pop it in the comments. I'm going to share the screen. I want to share this. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is a little PDF that goes in the box or in the group every month. And it's also linked to that label inside of the box. And it just kind of gives some an outline of the project and kind of everything you're going to need. So this is the cover page. Because remember being in school and having to have a cover page. So here's our table of contents, and this is digitally linked so they can just click wherever they want to go. Here's our supply list with paint colors. So if they can't find the exact color, they can find something close. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. I have other supplies that we'll need or that I'm going to use. Here is a link to the video tutorials and the QR code to the video tutorials. And I'm saying that we have 6 to 7 signs and have fun. And then I said here to let them know about that round piece, that it's not in the tutorials, but I'll be crafting that on my page with everybody after the paint party. And so then I also include pictures of the set, and you guys already saw this picture. And then I include like close-ups in case they want to look at these. Now also as they're painting, but also inside the group, I have downloadable pictures for them. Okay. This is our interchangeable tulip basket sign. And actually last month we made daisies in a different little interchangeable sign. And so the daisies will work in here too. So they can switch those 2 pieces out. This is the mini garland. So cute. And we have the interchangeable bead garland. This was our deluxe box extra. And then here's our printable. So they can download these, and these are high quality inside of this PDF. And this way they can download this packet and keep it on their computer, and they can have everything they need in one place, or they can store it on their phone. But this is so if they want to make more printables, or if they have an accident and mess one up, they absolutely can. So that's inside of our group too. That is the project pack. So just so that you know, you have all of that available to you, and we do all of this inside of the Joyful Crafting Club. And I have up in the comments, if you're watching and you're interested in learning more about the Joyful Crafting Club, you can comment below. Let me get my banner. Exclamation. Let me add this. You can comment exclamation Joyful Crafting Club for more info, and I'll give you more info about it. Hey, Dixie. Kim's asking what color she can use if she can't find orchid. Kim, it's just a bright pink. You can use any pink. If you want reds in there, you could use a red. I mean, I went with yellow and pink just because I thought they were fun colors for spring, and having those bright pops of color with the navies is so pretty. But you can choose if you wanted to do yellow and blue, I mean, there's a lot of blue in the tray. You could do purple, you could do orange. I mean, really the blue and the green are neutral enough. You could put any color with it. You don't need to use orchid. If you watch the tutorials, you'll see that I took the orchid and I mixed it with some white, so that here, let me show you the pieces that I painted. I'll show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll make our tray. So I just have them all on a tray. We're going to style it next week. So look for those photos, because I'll post that after we style it. But can you see where I just kind of have the white and the pink in there, so it's not solid? And I show you how I did that in the tutorials. But that just gives you I lost my train of thought. Just gives you an idea that you don't have to have the exact pink. So this is what I mean by interchangeable sign. Okay. It comes out, and then there'll be other attachment pieces that they can use in these. It's really a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun. And these are our birds. Verdana's asking how to stand the birds. So guys, the birds are just leaners. Like, you don't have to have a stand for every sign. They can just go against the post in the middle. Actually, my bird stands right there by itself. See, they both stand by themselves even. You don't have to have a stand for them. but you could also lean them against something. It's really, I mean, mine are standing right by themselves on here. Or you can lean them against a post, against another sign. Like, you don't have to have a stand for every single sign in your tier tray. You can kind of work it. And I show you guys that every month during our tier tray styling, how I usually don't even attach the stands to the signs. That is the truth. I did because I just don't. But I know you guys like them. The square stand, like you can see right here, it goes on the back, and this is in the video tutorial. I show you guys exactly how to use these stands, so make sure if you haven't dug into the video tutorial, like, go ahead and grab that. So we do have our gift away little friend going in the background, so every little comment is going to be an entry. So make sure that you're asking questions and commenting, and I'll do some Q&A here in a little bit if you have more, but see, then you can just use that stand to make it go. Thank you for the sprinkles, Denise. Gail, you're right on time, girl. You're never late around here. I also didn't mention that we do have embellishments in there every month. So any extras I use on the tray, like a napkin or jute or whatever, always goes in. So like the jute for these little mini garlands goes in the box. If we decoupage a napkin or a printable, that will go in the box. If I use buttons or whatever on my example tray, that goes in the box. So this is, so like all of these little pieces here to make this little extra on here, this little embellishment, this goes in the box. And so if you can see here, there's like a little ring on the back, and I just threaded this around and like tied it right on. But we made this so when this comes untied, this is all one piece. And so this is a piece in and of itself. Think of it like, you know, if you have a girls and you make little fancy hair bows for them, it's kind of like that. And then you just tie it onto this ring, and then we can untie this at the end of the month and switch out the bead garland tag, and we can keep our beads nice and neutral. I've made these in multiple colors, but I have a neutral and like a white, and I need a creamy white. So that's our interchangeable bead garland, and it is one of my favorite things because it makes having a complete, really nice looking tray look simple. Okay. And these are our little birds we painted. And I used the chippy paint method on this, and I showed everyone how to do that. And so when we're talking about short video tutorials, what I mean by that is that they're, instead of recording like a 2-hour live and having people have to like watch the whole thing to go back and see exactly how I did something, I pre-record tutorials and I load them, and they're usually between 3 and the longest one is usually assembly, which is 30 minutes, but that's, most of them are between 3 and 10 minutes. And so they can just go to the part they need, because after they've been in the club for a while, they might just need one tiny part. And it's super helpful for them to be able to go in and finish the tray, especially when they're new. So the little birthday gift that I gave everyone this month was this interchangeable sign. And it is the round version of our Square Forever frame. And this is just an interchangeable frame. It's a lot of fun. Not just, it's probably one of the most loved products that we have because it's so versatile and it's so easy to use. And it has this really fun stand on the back. So it stands up by itself, just like a picture frame you buy at the store. And then we have this is a 4x4, and these just pop in. And the fun thing is about if you're just doing a wood blank with no raised, wood cutouts on the top, you can actually utilize both sides. And so you can have a printable on both sides, which is a lot of fun, right? Because then you can have a reversible sign and get a little more bang for your buck. I do also use these a lot with my gumball filler sets. If you guys have seen like the bunny set, I don't have one down here right now because they're all up somewhere in my house, but I do have like wood cutouts that I make to go inside of these frames too. So it just gives it a little finish, a little extra fun. Kim says, yes, she loves the sign. Yes, it's fun, isn't it? And so this is just the round version of it, or it is the round version, not just, because round is fun, right? Because sometimes you need a round shape to round out your tray. And what I did differently with this is if y'all can see, I've got a little score line right here. So when we put this together, all we do is just pop it right in the score line just to make it a little easier for you. So let me show you how to put the back part together. Well, let's paint the front first, and then we'll put the back part together. I think for this, you could do them in any color. I know a lot of the ladies have them in multiple colors so that they can use them in different ways. For this one, I think I'm going to just go with like a, I mean, I could do it in a, you know what? I'm going to do it in decor wax. Oh, you know what I did with my decor wax? I put it over here with my gnomes. Hold on. Let me grab it. Golly. I need multiple bottles of decor wax. Kim D, I'm sorry about your mama. That is, she got a hip replacement. That's a big deal. It's a big surgery. Okay, Gail says she likes the basket. It's so cute. Yeah, it really is. It is super cute. So if you're in the Joyful Crafting Club and you're watching, will you just tell me, like, yep, I'm in the club? The white wax. So I think that the white wax, Kim is asking about white wax because there's a different color. The white wax is more of a sealer, hold on, a clear wax, and then a distressing agent. So this isn't the same white wax. So this says, here, let's read the directions. This is water-based. Stir, apply a thin layer, immediately remove excess, leaving antique wax in the surface recesses. Let dry, then buff if you want. Keep waxed surfaces free of moisture and heavy use for 7 days. I don't use it like that. Colleen's in the club. Renee, Kim, Jen. Yes, I know they all are. But this is, it's more of like a finishing. It says seals and protects. I think this is meant to like seal and protect and distress, but I have not used it at all. I have used wax like with chalk paint. But you guys know I don't use it this way. I don't use it as like, sometimes I distress the whole thing, but not generally. So you can see this is kind of like you can use it like a stain. And this just is going to give us a nice neutral edge for our frame. Okay. And that way we can just pop any old picture in there. Verdana's in the club. Sharon's in the club. Sarah says she's in the club and loving it. She loves, oh, Sarah. You guys all need to see this. Sarah says she's in the club and loves it. She loves the boxes and can't live without the friends. We do have the best community. I would say we have one of the best communities around, and they really do love on and support each other. They really do. So sweet. Oh, and Amelia says she's a JCC sister. Yeah, we got lots of our JCC friends here. We are all, and we really have a good time. We have a great time. So I'm going to let this dry. So really that's all I'm going to do to the outside of it. I'm going to give it a sanding once it dries. And then you could do, like, if you wanted a fancy frame, you could paint it like a bright color. You could paint it, you know, you could paint a bright color. You could paint a green. You could paint a blue, whatever color you want. I'm just going with this because a lot of times if the ladies have one frame, they want to go something neutral enough to use with everything, you know, and then they do add multiple because I fill your orders and you guys are like, oh, so then, but it's fun to have them in more than one color. Kim says this is a very good group of ladies. It's like family. Gail, you've been an honorary sister before, girl, and you are definitely part of the community. You are definitely an important part of the community, girl. So, and we know that. So I'm just going to give this a light sanding. I might put one more coat on because it's a little lighter than I want it to be, mostly because I applied it with a baby wipe. Yes. Gail has crafted, and she got that done quick, and it was beautiful. I'm gonna grab a sponge. So this just adds like an extra like layer of pizzazz to your printable. That's all. I mean, this way you don't have just a round with no edge. You have a round with an edge. It'll stand up. And guys, I promise there are more forever frames on their way. In fact, it was a member of our group who named this frame. So funny. I don't think Jimmy's here, but we were, when I made the first one, I was sharing it with you guys. I'm just putting decor wax directly on the sponge and rubbing it in. Okay. That's all I'm doing. Because I just wanted to darken this up. So we were on our first, I was just sharing, like I had just made it and I was showing him and I didn't have a name for it. And Jimmy was like, it's the forever frame. Like you can use it forever. And I was like, oh, that is where we got the name Forever Frame. Jimmy, our own Jimmy Krieger, named it. And in fact, there are ladies here who I know have been members for a year now. They've gotten 12 boxes. I want to do a count on how many of them have done 12 boxes, but a lot of them have done 12 boxes with me, which is amazing. Amelia says everyone in the club is so talented and you're always inspired by everyone. I you know what? I would say that, yeah, they're talented and they're kind. And I know we have a lot of ladies come in who are new and they feel like they can't craft. But we had one member say, like it was her first time to craft without using the tutorials, and she was so excited. And even if you come in and you feel like, hey, I'm not really, we have tutorials to support you so you can learn about, you know, how to paint the way I would. And a lot of times they'll start with that and then they start adding in their own spin and their own style and they come up with their own unique twist. So this is Jennifer, this is DuraClear. I'm just going to seal this. This is how I seal it. I don't use the wax sealer. I do not want to come back and buff it later. Jennifer says she was a member for all 12 months, but she hasn't done all the boxes. Well, that's because Jennifer also is my bestie, and she runs a very successful sign making business. In fact, we have something planned for you guys in May. That's all I can really tell you right now. We'll probably tell you more in April, right, Jennifer? But we do have something really fun planned for you guys in May. And we talk all the time, and she did. And I keep telling her I'm going to join her sign making group. And she's like, you don't, just not right now. You don't have time. You just don't. And she really doesn't have time to do mine. But she's like, you've got 3 little kids. I have 2 more little kids than she does. She has 2 older kids, but I have 3 little kids. And so she's probably right that right now. So yeah, I'm just putting this decor wax on here and it's just going to seal it, right? Seal it, and it dries really quickly. You'll be surprised. I see like a part where like you guys can't tell, but I can tell from here, seeing this, that I had like a little too much in one area. It wasn't like nice and smooth, because I'm not going to sand the DuraClear. I'm just going to let it dry. I'm going to move this up to the top while I put together the back part. Jennifer says she doesn't have time, but she loves the group, and we love her. We love her. I know. I should join just to learn your painting techniques, because she paints very different than I do. Like the highlighting. I need to learn better highlighting. My pieces are small. Jennifer paints big door hangers and I paint tiny pieces. And my techniques are different because of the size. And I do like different things than she would like. Okay, so this is Loctite and it's super glue. And in fact, Jennifer's the one that told me about this. And I usually use Gorilla Glue spray adhesive, which you could use on this, but I'll show you why I like to use a super glue or a more, it's just, you don't have to let it cure because this cures really quickly. So I just lined it up with that little outline and I'm holding it down. Sharon says she's 13 and she's enjoyed them all. Aww. It is a great group, guys. It really is. Jennifer has a great group too. I think I am. I need to join her group, really. Just so I can crash her lives. Be like, wait, hold on. I didn't understand that. Can you explain it again? We have a lot of fun together, me and Jennifer. Do you guys have a friend who like can tell you the truth no matter what? And you're like, oh, that's me and Jennifer. So, okay. So these are like the little circle pieces that go in here to hold your sign in place. And here's what I do. I just take this glue and I squeeze it in there and I push this down and then I'm going to slide this one in. Okay. I'm going to lift this up a little bit and I do glue this with like, if you use the Gorilla Glue, what you need to do is spray a bunch like in a box lid and then take this and rub it all the way around and get lots of Gorilla Glue on the end of that. Okay. But I just squirt it down in this little slot and I'm going to, before I push it in, I slid this into place, right? And then I'm going to push this down. Hey, Renee, I'm glad you hopped on, girl. I still haven't heard about your new job. I need to hear about the new job. Okay. I have to fill this in on the details. So see, now this stands once it stops rocking. Okay. There we go. So we want to let this dry, but the reason you want to glue that in is so that it doesn't pop out. Okay. Glue that right in. Now all we're going to do, we've already painted and sealed this, and this is like the end of it. Like this is the quickest craft you're ever going to see with me. Let me turn this on. Okay, friends. So now I'm going to grab my clamps. I'm actually going to use my Gorilla Glue with this just so I get it lined up. Yes, we're excited to hear about your job. Renee joined and she is so enthusiastic. You guys, I've been live a lot this week, so thank you guys, girls who are showing up. I'm not usually live this much, but on box week, like paint party week, it's usually a little more. But Renee joined and she's been a super enthusiastic member, always sharing what she makes. And it's a lot of fun to see what she does. Okay, so I just sprayed that with Gorilla Glue. Hi, Linda. Okay, so this, Gail, the thing about the Loctite is if you're doing a lot, you just want to line this up, okay? And you want to make sure that it's lined up. But if you're doing a lot of crafting, Gail, I do love that Loctite for small pieces in small amounts. However, I can go through these like nobody's business, and the Gorilla Glue lasts me a long time. And so if you have small pieces that you want to use it with on occasion, I think it's good. But if you're doing a lot of production, it could get really expensive with just this. And I know, I think for anyone crafting in the Joyful Crafting Club, this would probably be acceptable for the most part. But if you're doing a lot of production, like I know you are, Gail, it's going to be, I think it can run the cost up. I would get the Gorilla Glue spray adhesive if that works for your application. Hi, Wix Wax Amy. So I'm just going to let this sit for a minute. And while that does, we're going to get this one out. This is the round. It's a 4 1/4 inch round. And so now you can see this pops right into the frame. Okay. And then you just stick your little finger through the back to pop it out. Yes, Jennifer said you messed up your daisy basket using the Loctite. It was offset, and once it's on, it's on. Yeah, sometimes if you catch it right away, you can get in there with a this thing. This is called a box knife. Sometimes I lose my words on the lives, and you guys just have to tolerate me because I'm far from perfect. This is you can wedge it between there and pop them off if you get it quickly. If not, So the DuraClear does not have a smell, Kim. There's no odor. I think I'm going to craft these 3 fat little birds. This was the other printable that you had to print yourself in the printable pack. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my Mod Podge. And I'm just going to cut the end of, I'm frugal. I'm just going to cut the end of the makeup wedge that I use for that. And you guys, if you're in the JCC, you know the drill here. We're just going to put a nice coat of this across our wood cutout. And in fact, if I wanted to, I could do both birds, one on the front, one on the back, because this will pop in and out both sides on your thing. So Linda just asked this. Yes, girl, if you just do a flat printable, you can use both sides of these. So you could do both birds, both sets of birds, or you could do one round one this month. And if there's another round one next month, you could do that. But I sometimes look at the trays after they're together, and I think, we need a round shape on there. We need another shape on there. Sarah's asking if anyone has trouble with the sponges shedding, or is that her because she presses too hard? Mine will shed after I cut them. After I've cut the end off, if I'm using it for like a long time, sometimes they shed. I also noticed that some brands shed more than others. Oh, there we go. Just lost a fingernail. There we go. Well, we are down one fingernail for today. I just did them. Sometimes I don't get them on just right, and boom. We will fix that later. Do I have extra round blanks in the shop? Not yet, Dixie, because I don't have the forever frames in the shop yet. The only people that have them are my JCC sisters. So I will put more in the shop though. I just haven't done it yet but I will, just like we did for I did for the square forever frame. And like I said, I have more forever frames coming. Jennifer said she had trouble when she bought the sponges from the Dollar Tree. Yeah. I think it depends on the quality of the frame too. Okay. So I'm just going to trim around. I usually put these gray lines on. I don't know. These little birds just make me so happy. Don't they make you happy? I mean, so I usually make this gray line on the printables. It's hard to see because of my lights, but just a little bigger than the round so that you guys know where to cut. Okay. And so this is dry to the touch. And my craft iron's on, and I do have parchment paper. We're not going to have to use a paper towel this time. Yeah, so these just little birds are just so cute. So here's what I like to do is just kind of run my finger around the edge to make sure that I've got the picture where I want it to be, if that makes sense. Make sure your fingers are clean and they don't have paint on them. So I'm going to scoot this over just a little. Sarah said, okay, maybe she's too cheap. No more Temu. Yeah, so girl, I think I have some in my Amazon shop. If you drop exclamation Amazon, it'll send you links to the makeup sponges that I use. These I got like a whole slew of them, like 5 or 6 packs for $11. And then I have 2 different brands that I like. The 3 birdies, Amelia, those are in the project pack. So if you go into the Joyful Crafting Club in the guides in the project pack, if there's ever an extra, all the printables are in there now and not separate. I used to put them out separate, but I don't anymore. Everything's in one place in the project pack. And that way, when you guys ask me, where is it? I can say it's in the project pack. So, and you can print those out. I put 2 printables in the box, 1 to 2 printables inside the box as a bonus. I don't provide services to decoupage them on. You guys know that every month, but it's just as an extra bonus if you want something else to help fill up your tray. You can put them on a lot of times. There's 4x4s or rounds at the Dollar Tree. I have them in my shop and they're inexpensive. I don't have the rounds yet. I will. But you can find surfaces a lot of different places to put to decoupage onto. But yeah, the 3 birdies are in the project pack inside the Joyful Crafting Club. I love the 3 birdies. Okay. So then after this, guys, the same deal. You're just going to make sure that it's down all the way. And then I take a clean piece of sandpaper, and you really, honestly, a new piece is best, because if it's kind of worn and it has paint dust in it, you're going to get that onto your printable. The other thing that's going to happen is it's harder to separate the paper with worn down sandpaper. So if it's old and it's been used a lot, especially with 320 grit. Kim says she loves the 3 birds. I do too. I couldn't decide which ones to put in the box, which ones to print myself. But if you guys don't have a printer at home and there's an extra, you can always take it to the library. You can send it to Staples. So you can, I bought the Joyful Crafting Club and LaserJet printer because I wanted to be able to, really, because in the beginning I was sending, before I shipped the boxes, I would send the printables I designed to Staples to put in the box, because I provide some printables on paper in the box. I just wasn't happy with the colors all the time. I was like, that was not the color I really intended it to come out. And that's just part of professional printing. And so I bought you guys a LaserJet so that I could get the printables as close to the color as I wanted them. Because I legitimately will take the paint colors that we use and I'll paint them on the printable paper to see if I like how it all looks together. Every month I do that. So here's the 3 birds. You could seal it and leave it like this, or you could put a little distressing around the outside, and I'll show you how I do that. Very cute. They are like kind of just on. So if when you're distressing the paper, you just have to be mindful of the fact that, like, it's paper, and paper does what paper does, right? It picks up dirt. So do napkins. And so you just, whatever you put on there is going to stay. But sometimes I like to just rub, a little distressing to just make it pop a little bit, give it a little more dimension. You know, Kim says I'm awesome. Well, I was telling my friend about it one day, and I was like, actually Tracy Gibson from Print Cut Craft. I was like, oh, I'm not happy with this, and she was like, why don't you just buy a laser jet? And I was like, oh, so I bought me a laser jet, really for you guys. So, and I'm just gonna kind of go in like this. So we have a little bit more, and it's not going to be, just so it looks a little more worn. Colleen says she likes the foam wedges. Girl, I do too. I think the reason you can't find them as much anymore is because now, like, all of the makeup companies have gone to those, like, you know what I'm talking, like kind of like a rocket shaped makeup wedge. So you see how I just did a little bit more, so you kind of have like a edge to it. So I'm just going back over this to smooth it out a little bit. Okay. There we go. If you wanted to like distress a little more, like, I mean, you totally could. Around the edges, or if you wanted to darken it up, like under the birds. You totally don't have to, but you could. I just think that they're so cute. Okay, so now I'm just going to seal that up. Kim said Kim gets her wedges at Family Dollar. Yeah, that's an option. So cute. So Catherine Murray, she said she just started doing my kits. Okay, so you must have one of ordered from me like before I got the new laser, because the new ones don't have tape. And so for months I sent an insert in my packages that said, guess what? No more tape, because I bought a new laser that doesn't require the same thing. So my current kits we haven't had tape for a long time. How long has it been? Since the summer. So you must have ordered from me. In fact, I think I remember looking that up, Catherine, because I think you ordered like last summer around the first Jingle and Mingle when we did the snowman. Is that right? That was the first time. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this Dura Clear, the matte Dura Clear, the same thing I used on my frame, and I'm going to seal this printable. Now, you don't have to do that. You could use Mod Podge, you could use something else, but I do recommend you seal it with something. And the reason I want you to seal it is because, again, paper does what paper does, friends. It just sticks, okay? I mean, it picks up dirt. And you just want to put a light coat on here, okay? Don't put a lot because it's paper. And you can always put 2 coats, like let the first coat dry, which I'm going to dry this with my my little craft iron, and then we'll put another coat on. Sharon says, where did I find my clamps? My clamps came from the Dollar Tree, the Dollar Treat. You know, last time I was there, I only saw the really big clamps, but I know they carry them. They're 6 for $1.25. That is one of my essential I need to make a list of my essential Dollar Treat crafting tools. That needs to be a download, because there's so many things that we use in the Joyful Crafting Club that come from the Dollar Treat. You know, Okay, so let me feel this. This is dry to the touch. Yeah. And I'm going to do one more time because I want a second layer. You don't have to do this. The other reason I like using the DuraClear on my printable signs as opposed to Mod Podge is because you know how sometimes, and I do wood cutouts when I'm Mod Podging, so I can iron it on, right? But still sometimes it'll lift a little bit or bubble. If you use Mod Podge to seal it with and you try and iron it back down, the Mod Podge, the top layer that you've sealed with, is going to activate and stick to your parchment paper. And that is no good. But if you seal it with the DuraClear, you can pop that parchment paper on top and then hit it up and down with your iron like this, kind of hold and press and lift, hold and press and lift. And it's going to go right flat back on your wood cutout, and it's not going to activate and stick to your parchment paper. Okay. So that's why I love this. I do not seal with Mod Podge anymore. Lisa says she's hopping on from her motorhome. She's currently in Oregon. Oh, hey girl. Pam's here. Lisa's here. Kim, Sarah says she's hoping your Dollar Tree doesn't close. You guys that live in like rural areas, it's kind of tricky, isn't it? Sharon said she loved that list. Shelly is asking if DuraClear is a matte finish. Shelly, your happy mail is going to go out this week. You and Stephanie. Let me make me a note because I'm doing happy mail today. Lisa, did you open your box from March yet? Because it was in your March box. The DuraClear is a matte finish. There you go. Now see the difference. This is why we love the Forever Frames. I got ahead of myself. This is a matte finish, but it has a little bit of a shine. I'm going to do this video. Like I'm going to go live at some point. Maybe I've been live so much this week, but maybe next week I'm going to go live in the Home Decor Crafting and in the Joyful Crafting Club at the same time. And I'm going to show you guys the difference between ultra matte, matte, and satin. And then I feel like they have a gloss. Do they have a gloss that I bought? I might not. No, ultra matte, matte, satin, and then they're triple thick. I'm going to show you guys the difference between that. And I'll do a little short tutorial, kind of like I did on the other one I did recently. Kim says the Home Decor Crafting group. That's just my Facebook group, Home Decor Crafting with Amy and Art Designs. It used to be Amy and Art's Crafting Tribe. Now it's Home Decor Crafting with Amy and Art Designs. You're in there. Okay, yeah, Lisa, it's in your box, girl. This was the birthday present to you guys because the Joyful Crafting Club is 1 year old, and I wanted to give you guys something that I knew you would love and use all year long, and think about like that you guys got to celebrate that milestone. I just appreciate y'all for being in there and celebrating with me. So, but look, see the difference. So here it is without the Forever Frame. Let me move all of my drama and my stuff so that it's not cluttered. And I want to show you guys something else before and it's the exact same effect with the rectangle one, but or the square one. And I do have more Forever Frames in store for you guys. So this is without the Forever Frame. It's just a round, right? And then here we pop our printable in this cute little Forever Frame. Do you see the difference? I mean, it just is like night and day. And it just makes it pop and it's cute. And that's why I went with neutral on this one. But maybe I'll do some in some fun colors too. So it's a lot of fun. Let me show you too this, and I planned this out on purpose. So let's take this printable out. What was your wrong comment, Gail? I didn't even see. See, look, this also will go in there. Okay. So my table's wobbling. So there. So this will go in there too. And I didn't have it sitting flat on my thing, on my table. But see, this will go in there too. And then see the difference there. So you have in your frame, out of your frame. And it's cute both ways. But this just gives you a little something. Okay. Just a little fun. You just have to get that flat on the back. There you go. And then turn your picture so that it's up and down. But this is the forever frame. And like I said, if you're in the Joyful Crafting Club, y'all, you have it. The square one, this square forever frame is in my shop. You can get the frame if you're not in if you're in the Joyful Crafting Club, you got this in the fall. If you were in back then. So a lot of times if I have a special little product that goes with a tray, something like this, the JCC always gets it first. As part of their box, just like they got this one first, because you know what, that's my little tribe, and I just like to bless them with some special stuff. So this one is in my shop now, and this is the square forever frame, and it holds 4-inch square interchangeable pieces. Okay, and then the round one will be in soon. I haven't stocked it yet because I cut them for the group, but it'll be in soon. So that is the long and short of the Joyful Crafting Club this month. Oh, thank you for the sprinkles, Shelly. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little about it. I wanted to craft this live with you guys to show you how to do it. I know we had some new members asking, but I'd like to come and do the printable live. Thank you, Pam, for the sprinkles. Oh, Pam, you had 2 Hobby Lobbies closed. Wow. Gail, let me see if there's any questions I missed. Gail asked about what size is the round insert. This is 4 1/4. So the round is 4 1/4, and this, I think that the frame is 5 1/2 or 5 inches round. I have to measure, but I know that the insert is 4 1/4. So it's really fun. All right, guys, let's go over to our wheel and let's give it a spin. And we will do a gift away for today. But before we do that, I do want to tell you, if you have questions, if you think that the Joyful Crafting Club would be a great fit for you, we do have some spaces open for next month. And I'd love to have you join. We have a super fun tray planned for next month. And we've actually had a good number of new members join this month. It's been a lot of fun. So I'd love to have you come craft with us any month. But if you have questions and you're not sure, you can always send me a message on Facebook, or you can email me. We'd love to have you. It is an awesome, awesome community. So please come join us, craft with us, and make sure that, you know what, it's just good for you to do crafting and have a community and have people who get you and understand you. It's really just the highlight of my month. And I know, like you can tell from a lot of these ladies, it's a highlight of their month too. So with that being said, let's take a spin. I have to share the screen. Share the screen. Okay. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Well, I want to share this one. Oh, it's Jennifer. Okay. Okay, I know that she won't. I'm going to draw again because I know she will not mind. I'll send her something, but I know she would. Let's pick someone else again. It's Gail again. All right, Gail. Okay, Gail's won once this week, so I'll double up hers, and let's pick one more person. Because Gail is the winner chicken dinner twice this week. I hope I don't win because that would be embarrassing. Tammy. Okay, Tammy. All right, guys. So Gail, I'll double up on yours because I haven't sent it out yet. And then, and I'll send something to Tammy. I did, Jennifer. I did. I knew you would be like, you would be mortified. So Tammy, I'm going to get this sent out so that the Happy Meal goes out tomorrow. Yay, Tammy. And then Gail is the winner chicken dinner. She is going to get doubled up on. So yay. So yeah, I'm going to get it all. I know. And Gail always, she loves the little gift away she gets. I know she does. She appreciates it so much. All right, ladies. Michelle, we're right at the end, girl. We're right at the end. We crafted a forever frame and a printable. Kind of hopped on just when I could make it on today. The kids are home from spring break, but I wanted to share the March box with you guys and show the ladies how I would put this together. I always do the printable live with my community at large and not just in my group. So, you all, thank you for spending some time with me today. I just, like always, it's a highlight of my week when I get to spend time with you. I'm Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. Y'all keep crafting and spreading joy in the world through the beautiful things you make, because the world needs your creativity. I will see y'all Monday at 2:30. We are going to make something to go with our tray of the month. So I have something really fun planned with you, a little different, but we're going to have a lot of fun. Mwah. Love y'all. And I'll see you Monday at 2:30. And if I can get Joe to come taste the potato chips this weekend, we're going to be doing a potato chip tasting. I have a feeling it's going to happen. I really do. Mwah. Love y'all.